Eyes, lungs, pancreas, like, subscribe. So many snacks, such little time.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. In today's review we're going to be taking a look at the newly released Marvel Legends movie Venom. Finally an official cinematic Venom from Hasbro, and doesn't this figure here look absolutely incredible? You can see that we've got the movie Venom logo there, the symbiote going all over the front here of the packaging, and the figure clearly displayed looking amazing. As we take a look here at the side of the packaging, we have got a side view perspective of Venom with his gruesome looking tongue hanging out, and then taking a look here at the back of the packaging we have a product shot of the actual figure as well as an incredibly brief bio. Failed reporter Eddie Brock is hijacked by an alien entity that takes a liking to Earth and decides to protect it. As we take a look here at the other side of the packaging, we once again have that side view profile of Venom. So without further ado, let's open this figure up and see what awaits us inside. And so here we have Venom fully opened up and out of the packaging, and my goodness, this figure is terrific. Hasbro have done a fantastic job. I don't believe that we have actually gotten any official 2018 movie Venom figures as of yet. However, personally, I don't believe that we need any other figures other than this one. Hasbro have done such a fantastic job. This perfectly captures Venom's appearance from that 2018 movie. I was always a huge fan of his design from that live action movie, and Hasbro once again have completely knocked it out of the park with this particular release, bringing him in here for a closer look. I think that this head sculpt looks fantastic. You can see the really ugly looking tongue pulling all the way down, and the sculpt work for the teeth as well as this fleshy nature here where you can see all of the tendons I think look amazing. You can see there this almost muscular design of where his flesh is tearing apart. I just think that looks so awesome with this incredibly menacing looking smile. The paint applications there for the eyes have come out incredibly well, as well as this fantastic texture that we actually do have over the top of Venom's head. I think that the paintwork there for the teeth has also been applied really nicely, especially for a mass-produced figure. As we take a look here at the torso, you can see that we do have these white highlights, obviously to give you the illusion of veins, and I think the paint applications on these have also come out incredibly nicely, and the figure is jam-packed with sculpting and detailing. We've got the muscular design here for his torso, as well as all of the individually sculpted in veins, and I really do love this almost glossy black that they have used for the plastic in order to give you the illusion that the symbiote is indeed slimy and wet, as it really does appear in the movie. You can see as we take a look here at the back, I just love the overall anatomy of this with the muscular definition there. I think that looks fantastic. And as we take a look here at the arms, I think the sculpt work as well as the paint applications have come out impeccably well on this particular figure. We do actually get a pair of interchangeable hands, and I'll show those later on. However, I'm a huge fan of the claws that we do get here, and if I just straighten him out, you can see that as we take a look here for the torso, I still think that the sculpting and detailing on that looks amazing. You can once again see the reflective nature here to the plastic, very slimy looking. However, I can definitely assure you that this is an incredibly firm plastic. As we take a look here, we can once again see more of that muscle definition. I just think that this is such an awesome design here for Venom, and I love how this all looks very proportionate and incredibly accurate to the movie. And even the Venom toes too have also been sculpted and detailed impeccably well. In terms of articulation, the figure's head is actually on a double ball peg, so we do have a post that pegs into the neck as well as into the head, so we do get a great range of motion out of this head joint. You can see that we can get it to tilt side to side as well as up all the way and down. It can also of course look left to right. We do get full 360 rotation here at the arms on some soft ratchet joints. These two can also hinge out to the sides to a great degree. Unfortunately no butterfly joint. That is probably the only area of articulation that I would have liked to have seen on this particular release, but nonetheless full 360 rotation here at the bicep as well as a double joint here for the elbow, full 360 rotation at the wrists as well as a hinge joint forwards and backwards. We do also actually get a ball joint here for the upper section of the torso, which I think is amazing, so this can roll around to your so desire and allow for some fantastic posing. And we also do get an ab crunch, so utilizing both of these joints you really are able to get this figure into almost any dynamic pose that you so desire. So he can crunch forwards that far as well as back to about that far, which I think is fantastic, as well as tilt side to side. In terms of the legs, they too can kick forwards to a great degree as well as back. He can of course do the splits, full 360 rotation here at the thigh as well as a double joint for the knee, and I think that can once again go to a great degree. And then finally turning to the articulation here for the foot, it can pivot forwards and backwards on a soft ratchet joint as well as rock side to side. So in all, a fantastic figure both in terms of sculpt and detail. In terms of swapping out some of the additional components, you simply just want to take the head here and pop that clean off. We can then bring in the alternate head sculpt, and in my opinion this is a much more neutral looking head for Venom, however nonetheless still as detailed as the previous version. So just popping this on there, it does require quite a significant amount of force, but you can see that when that is on there, it is not going nowhere. And similarly to the previous head sculpt, I believe the paint applications have come out impeccably well. You can see there some of the pink there for the gums protruding through this slight slit on either side of his face, and the paint apps there for the eyes have been applied so nicely. Literally no paint bleeds whatsoever. You can see the teeth there, I think look amazing. Just an amazing figure. This could potentially be one of my favourite Marvel Legends releases of this entire year. I was completely shocked when Hasbro did actually announce this, as I don't believe that there were any rumours that they were actually going to be picking up the Venom license, but then you just want to pop out the hands in order to swap them out for some fisted hands, so you just want to pop them on, and similarly to the claws, you can see the sculpt work has once again come out really nicely with all of the amazing sculpted in and painted vein detailing. Just in all, a fantastic looking figure. Here for a very quick size comparison. Unfortunately, I don't have many other MCU Marvel Legend figures to actually compare here next to our movie Venom, but of course, the most obvious comparison would be to compare Venom next to the MCU version of Spider-Man, and I can only hope that we actually do see these two meet one day on the big silver screen. Of course, with now Disney and Marvel having an agreement with Sony, I definitely do believe that their encounter on the big screen is basically more than inevitable, but you can just see how large this figure is, and he is just a standard release as well. So this figure here costs the exact same amount as this figure did when it was eventually released, which I think is fantastic. This one here is more of 6 inches, whereas this one I would say is borderline on 8 inches. Definitely a significant size increase, as it really should be in order to match the appearance of Venom from the movie. So in all, definitely an amazing looking figure, both in terms of the detail as well as the overall scaling. And so, some final thoughts here for the Marvel Legends 2018 Venom figure. I think that this figure is absolutely amazing. The paint applications, as well as the sculpt work that has gone into this figure, is truly mind-blowing. This looks incredible. I have longed for a 2018 version of Venom in a plastic format, and finally, Hasbro answer my prayers in giving us what is potentially the best Venom figure of all time. I was always a huge fan of the 2018 design, so to get it here realised in a Marvel Legends form, I'm absolutely blown away. The interchangeable head sculpts I think are awesome. Both of them are incredibly detailed, and the paint applications for such an intricate sculpt, especially where the teeth and the eyes are concerned, have come out so nicely. I really do love the overall texture as well as the actual colour of plastic that they have used in order to give you that rather slimy vibe that the symbiote of Venom does give off in the movie, so that's too is a super nice attention to detail. And the articulation too, I honestly believe, is flawless, other than the fact that I perhaps would have wished if we could have perhaps got a butterfly joint. However, nonetheless, I do believe that you are more than getting your money's worth of this particular release. You saw that when I did compare it next to the Spider-Man figure, just how significantly taller he actually was, and believe me, this is a very substantial figure, really quite a heavy piece, and I'm so glad that Hasbro did indeed release this figure. So in all, if you can track this figure down, I highly recommend that you do so. I really do hope that you enjoyed my review. If you did, please do let me know down in the comment section below, and until my next review, I'll see you then. Thanks for watching.
Eyes, lungs, pancreas, like, subscribe. So many snacks, such little time.